Did it to me again. Hi, we're live, just so everybody knows. Good evening, truck and tractor pull fans. How are you, Devontae Beast?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good tonight. Doing real good.
Looks like it's the two amigos tonight.
Yeah.
We got some Snyder County boys that may try to get on here. We're not sure yet, but we're going to go over the results from an absolutely fantastic day of pulling there on Saturday. And Kendra is questionable tonight because she was too busy the weekend dropping 40-pound pickles on her feet. So
40-pound pickles.
Yeah, she unfortunately is, I guess, still got swelling in her foot or something. I didn't get the whole story from her. I didn't bother her about it, but I'm sure we hear all about it, poor girl. And she's trying to get healed up. So I know she was going to, I think, like an urgent care maybe or something like that to have her foot looked at again. So, but anyway, we wish her the best. And by all means, ladies and gentlemen, kids of all ages and sizes, Mother Nature is busy, busy, busy on the Gulf of Mexico shore of Florida. And our hearts and prayers are going out to those folks. Hopefully they get the hell out of Dodge. And we've been watching Reed Timmer. Dwayne and I have been talking about they were both watching Reed Timmer. He's just plumb crazy anyway, but they got some great live coverage going on. So we're gonna go over the results here for the Snyder County Truck and Tractor Pullers Championship Day that actually began at 1 p.m. that day with two shows and a lot of hooks. It was really, really good. Hey, look here. We got the Prez coming on maybe here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. He's trying to get through. But
good evening, April. Got April in the house.
April's in the house. Absolutely awesome. Yep. And we also I want to go ahead and get this out here right now. The pool schedule for this Friday, October 11th, at Delta, Pennsylvania, at the Mason-Dixon Fairgrounds, the Quad County Pullers, has been canceled. Lack of time to get things coordinated, money, sponsorships, etc. So hopefully we'll see something from them in the future. But this Friday's pool at Delta, Pennsylvania, has been canceled. So we get to take care of that. So, and a big pool coming up this coming Sunday at Glad Hills, and I'll share the flyer for that once we get through all these results. I'm going to take care of the tractor classes, and Dwayne's going to take care of the truck classes for us. And they kicked the day off with the enhanced farm tractors. Let me see if Robert's here without a camera. Are you here, Robert? Hello? Robert.
No go.
We'll just leave his square up in case.
Up there, he is.
We got a camera now.
I'm eating supper.
How's the president? We got the president with us, Dwayne. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You guys are really privileged.
Yeah, we're privileged. And he's here because the kids couldn't make it, probably. That's why he's here.
Yeah, but I'm told. I got scammed.
You got scammed.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, you sit back and enjoy your dinner. We're going to run through these results, and then we'll get caught up with you, and you can tell us your thoughts from Saturday. And we were just saying, we had a blast. We had an absolute ball there. You guys did a hell of a job. getting all that done in one day was a big task, and you guys pulled it off. You guys pulled it off. So
yeah, I thought it was an excellent show.
Absolutely. So we'll run through these results, and then we'll come back and touch base with you, and we'll let you do some talking if you want to, and we look forward to, if nothing else, picking on you or something. So I'm sure you have plenty to say though. But it was an excellent show. Hi, David Kaufman. David Kaufman, aren't you supposed to be busy when you work during the day? I had a lone photo come to me that you were just kind of kicked back and snoozing in one of the so I'm just going to leave it at that. He's going to come in here. What are you talking about?
Somebody's trying to throw him under the bus.
Oh, I got a blackmail photo of him, but I
Oh, nice. Blackmail photos are always the best, aren't they?
Absolutely. So, anyway, all right, we'll go ahead and get started here. Again, Enhanced Farm Tractors. Taking the win, Caitlin Hauk with Z Little Stinker 2 at 332.34. Second was Mason Sedal with a John Deere 6030. And I believe that one's, what it's called, something wagon. I forget.
John Deere 6030.
It's a John Deere 6030. 327.8 War Wagon. Third was Brooks Major with the mystery case at 325.66. Fourth was Matt Sudall with a John Deere 6030 at 302.49. Fifth was Mike Corder with the other Deere at 301.23. Sixth was Matt Dersham with the Smoking Bandit at 293.48. Seventh was DJ Boop with the Barnyard Kid at 286.05. Eighth was Ty Brenninger with the No Bull International at 284.23. And rounding out the class was Zach Stevens with the over-engineered at 161.65, and I believe that was a DQ. I believe he ran out of bounds on that run. So,
yes, Zach's been struggling trying to get that tractor to perform well, and he's been making changes slowly but surely to try to make that all work out.
And I will include that congratulations to Brooks Major for being the 2024 Enhanced Farm Champion. Points champion. So, we released a video. We actually released two videos today. All the event winners and the 2024 points champions for Snyder County. So they're out there on our channel, and I put them on Facebook because me and Facebook aren't getting along too well. Sharing over from my channel. So, but go ahead. 3Os are up. Limited Pro diesel 4x4 trucks, Dwayne.
Yep. Next up was the 3.0 Limited Pro, and coming in first place was Mike Wilson with a truck called Fred, and he had a 305.98. In second,
he was actually disqualified, Dwayne.
Oh, no, he wasn't.
I was told he was not. No.
Oh no! Now my video's wrong. Nobody told me that.
Well, there was a big discrepancy about that. I went and I checked everything out, and he checked out to be legal.
Okay, well, my video is wrong, so I will.
Yeah, sorry about that. I could have clarified that with you. That was the talk around the pits that there was a possible DQ for an issue, and then it didn't happen. So in first place was Michael Wilson. In second place was Greg Walker with the Dreams Happen Dodge. He had a 296.88. In third place was Sam Heimbach with the Heimbach Diesel Dodge at a 293.55. In fourth place was Andrew Kasich with the American Ride Ford at 288.89. In fifth place was Matt Horse with the Pushing the Limit Dodge. He had a 286.62. And in sixth place was Jared Brown out of Williamsport with the Bad Karma Dodge at 284.98. So we had 6 trucks in that class.
And also a champion crown there, right?
Yes. Greg Walker and the Dreams Happen Dodge, I think, got the championship there. And they immediately packed up and left because they wanted to head to another pool for that evening.
Gotcha. Next up was the Light Pro 4-1 Limited Pro tractors. Great class. Taking the win, Brent Neller with the Elbow Deep International at 367.60. Big run. Second was Eli Zimmerman with Red Fever, 367.41. Third, Ray Belak with the Raging Red at 363.57. Fourth, Matt Sudal with the Green Blooded John Deere at 350.91. Fifth was Brad Peters with the Outcast at 350.54. Sixth, Nick Morrison. That's a hot stock tractor jumping up into the big boys class there with Toxic at 328.81. Very respectable run. Seventh, Brian Morrison with the Shed Shaker at 292.66. Eighth was Aaron Eberhardt with the Hammer Down at 291.62. And ninth was Tyler Woolever with the Just In Case at 154.41, unfortunately breaking an axle. And champion crowned there, Eli Zimmerman with Red Fever is your 2024 points champion.
Good deal. Next up, we had the Pro Street Gas trucks. Had a big class of 12 trucks. Coming in first place was Carl Burhell Jr. with a 285.96. In second place was Jeremiah Fake from Myerstown with a 279.59. In third place was Mike Mitchell with Bad to the Bone. He had a 276.76. In fourth place was Walter Wickelson with a 275.98. In fifth place was Mike Mitchell Jr. with the Bone Crusher. He had a 273.46. In sixth place was Mike Barr with a sled wrecker. He had a 271.79. In seventh place was Doug Aruda with Amateur Night. He had a 271.06. In eighth place was Kyle Harder with a truck called Sick Obsession. He had a 265.99. In ninth place was Dave Zona with the nonprofit truck. He had a 265.46. In 10th place was Kim Freed with the Frogtown Favorite. He had a 264.39. In 11th place was Glenn Beckley with he had a 258.53. And in 12th place was Craig Shaner with half-ass pulling. He had a 239.55. And I'm not sure. Do you have the winner of the points there, JR?
Yeah, Mike Mitchell with Bad to the Bone.
Good deal.
Champion.
Awesome. Yep. All right.
You're up again.
And then for the fifth class, we had the 2.6 Pro Street trucks. Coming in first place was Brendan Fink with No Mercy Dodge. He had a 300.50. In second place was Dave Orwin Jr., hot on his tail, with a 300.09. In third place was Ron King with the Problem Child Ford. He had a 299.24. In fourth place was Andrew Kasich with American Ride. He had a 297.61. In fifth place was Chris Lloyd with the Lloyd's Landscaping Dodge. He had a 292.85. In sixth place was Derek Smith with the Green Limited Time Dodge. He had a 292.22. In seventh place was Sean Huria with Top Priority at a 289.01. In eighth place was Matt Mace with a 282.15. In ninth place was Luke Souter with the Mighty Max. He had a 275.66. In 10th place was Kyler Zeckman from Millmont with a 249.50. In 11th place was Noah Hostetler with a 177.33. With the last two there, Kyler Zeckman got done with the pull. He had a little bit of an issue with a drive line, and as he started pulling off the wheel totally left the truck.
Yeah.
And so we had quite an issue getting him off. And then with Noah Hostetler, he had a problem with getting under the turbo there, and it just didn't work for him. So he was a little bit short there. But both of those trucks came back then for the evening pool.
Yes. Yep. And Brendan Fink was the 2024 points champion for 2.6.
Awesome.
No mercy. And I misspoke about Zach Stevens. He did not DQ in that first class.
Oh.
Anyway, we began the evening session here with the hot stock tractors taking the win. And also your 2024 points champion, Brad Kramer, with the Fence Road Deer at 319.02. Second was Matt Houck. Woo-wee! How about that? Matt Houck, man. I figured I'd get a smile out of it. It'd been more fun if Pop was driving, right?
You might as well save the best for last.
Matt Houck was second with Old Red at 310.61. Third was Jeff Brenninger with the Red Law at 309.73. Fourth, John Foreman with It's Always Something at 309.23. That's getting close there, close competition. Fifth, Nick Morrison with the Toxic International at 308.28. Sixth, Dennis Boop with the Black Stripe Addiction, 305.67. Seventh place, we got Mark Culbertson with an Interstate tractor at that, a Ford. He calls Stitch at 304.94. Eighth was Brian Morrison with the Shed Shaker at 299.87. Ninth was Brooks Major with the Mystery Case at 296.44. 10th, Mason Siddall with the War Wagon at 281.58. 11th was Dustin Adams Jr. with the Massey Ferguson Adams Pulling Team, 267.38. And rounding out the class in 12th was Mitch Siddall. I believe that was his first time down the track driving, if I remember correctly, with a John Deere 6030 at 265.40.
All right. Next up was the Run What You Brung trucks. Coming in first place was Tommy Hassler with the Twisted Addiction 40 at a 278.09. In second place was Matt Horse with a 267.22. And in third place was Jason Heimbach with the Heimbach Diesel Dodge at 266.72.
Yeah, I missed. Thank you, Craig. Sorry about that. Actually finishing up last with a DQ in that 4-1 light pro and limited pro light pro class was daggone it. Rob Belknap, I'm sorry, with Hooked on Red. He did go out of bounds. That was an interesting run.
That was the talk of the show.
That was definitely the talk of the show. Yep, we got the sled hung up on the Jersey wall, knocked one of the Jersey walls over. That's okay. It stopped. It did its job. Nobody got hurt. And it was kind of slow-mo, so to speak, but it's all good. No problems, no harm done, other than a couple scratches on the sled, right?
Right.
So, Penn Open.
Outdoor skidler can't pick the Jersey walls.
Absolutely. Yep. So anyway, 10,000-pound open was the next class up, and taking the win, no surprise there. Chris Hoyt with Nutcase, 316.12. Second was Chris Hoyt with Stress Case, 292 even. Third, let's see, Ian Ericker, okay, with the Locked and Loaded at 289.39. Fourth was David Everman with the Overruled Case IH. 284.45. Fifth was Henry Everman with Forced Decision at 283.88, it looks like there. Okay. Sixth was Matt Sudall with a new John Deere 6030 Pro Stock, 283.69. Run pretty good. Seventh, Sharon Everman with the Wild Hair Modified at 258.03. Eighth was Brad Kramer with the Green Blooded John Deere at 253.46. And ninth was Lance Mysick with the High Hopes Fent at 248.93, and he had some pretty, I thought looked pretty serious to me. I don't know, Bob, if you heard anything
Yeah,
happen.
He
Dwayne?
burned a piston and blew a hole in the oil pan.
yeah. There was some kind of cross bracing internally welded through, and it appeared that something hit it and it pulled inward because
Yes.
it was popped inwards, and it just put a nice crack into the nice slit into the oil pan. It's quite a yeah. I think they're going to find out that they have bigger issues. Wasn't good.
There was 20 runs
That's
on that
unfortunate.
time.
20 runs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Then we had an interesting class, man. The grudge match in the 2.6 Pro Street Diesel 4x4 trucks. Pretty cool deal.
Yep. This grudge match was a pay to play class, and coming in first place was Dave Orwin with a 315.33. In second place was Brendan Fink with a 313.04. In third place was Andrew Kasich with American Roddy at a 310.67. In fourth place was Ron King with the Problem Child 40 at a 310.14. In fifth place was Chris Lloyd with a 307.46. In sixth place was Derek Smith with a 303.75. In seventh place was Sean Herdia with a 301.39. In eighth place was Luke Souter with a 290.55. In ninth place was Matt Mace with a 285.20. In 10th place was Noah Hostetler with a 284.63. And in the 11th place was Kyler Zeckman with 54.38. And back to the two same trucks, Noah Hostetler put a different turbo on his truck and got a better run. And Kyler Zeckman had an issue again with his axles and had an early ending to his run, and his whole front end literally fell apart by the time they had it loaded up and on the trailer.
Man, you don't have no luck, does he?
There's a lot of chatter in the pits of guys that are just want to try to help him to get away from his evil axle issues, what I call it, the evil axles. And I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully he can figure it out. But the talk is that the locker is possibly locking up under load, and that is tearing the whole front end out each time. So hopefully he can get to the bottom of it and have better runs next year, because I think this is gremlins he's been fighting for over a year now. Because I do recall that he lost wheels at our Beast of the East pool last year.
Yeah. Yep, he's had a fit of it.
He lost feel at the August pool too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can get it straightened out.
Big class next. Mod Turbo Super Farm Tractors. I mean, this is a big class. Good class. Taking a win, Jason Malott with the 007 of Vern Zerby, 328.46. Second was Jason Forrester with Papa Smurf at 324.91. Third place, Brad Peters with the Outcast at 323.90. Fourth was Vern Zerby with Dr. LZ at 318.80. Fifth, Guy Gokenauer out of Woodstock, Virginia with the Stress Test, 316.03. Sixth was Vern Zerby again with the Z unit at 314.39. Seventh was Scott Cascadden with the Bleeding Blue at 313.92. Eighth place, Dakota Grove with the Antrim Tantrum at 310.11. Ninth was Brad Kramer with the Fence Road Deer at 307.08. 10th place, Robert Hauk. You heard that guy before? With Old Red at 306.83. Let's see. 11th place, DJ Boop with High on the Hog at 303.02. 12th, Justin Latour with the Addicted International at 273.36. 13th, Macy Kiskaden with the Smoke Show at 255.92. 14th was Anthony Eberhardt with the Hammer Down at 210.64. And I believe rounding out the class in 15th, it looks like, yes, Ray Belak with the Raging Red at 153.68. And I put a short out of that. And yeah, that was the Big Bang Theory. We lost the turbo on that run.
He's
Got the front end down kind of hard, but wow. Big Bang Theory.
There it went, and it came back. Reset.
What's that?
I said, yeah, the total reset. All my screens went black and then came back on. I didn't hear anything after your
I'm
class
like,
there.
I was going to say. And anyway, the points champion, DJ Boop, with High on the Hog, was your points champion for that class.
Awesome. Yep. And the last class of the evening, the Wild Street trucks, Wild Street Diesel 4x4 trucks. Coming in first place was John Costa with a 342.82. In second place was Jansen Rohr with a 341.44. In third place was Wes Kless, I think I pronounced that right, with a 337.88. In fourth place was Cody Good Remote. Yep. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Right. I'm sorry.
Good Remote. You got it right.
Okay, I'm sorry. With a 336.46. In fifth place was Tommy Hassler with a 335.01. In sixth place was George Good Remote with another truck called She's Pissed. He had a 334.67. In seventh place was Lindell Steiner with a 328.97. In eighth place was Jason Schrader with a 328.68. In ninth place was Ben Gelsinger with a 321.22. In 10th place was Kayla Zeckman with a 307.75. In 11th place was Davey Brown with a 284.98. In 12th place, and in 12th place was Keaton Smith with a 283.47. And in 13th place was Chris Lutz with a 68.83. I think that covers that class. That was a nice size class also.
Yep. Well contested, for sure. If you missed this pool, shame on you, because it was one hell of a pool. These guys worked their butts off, got it all in one shot in one day, 2 different shows there. And I didn't hear any complaints. Did you, Robert?
Yeah, track dried out there for the 3.0 trucks. And
yeah.
A couple guys weren't too happy with that. We should have probably redid the track right after the enhanced form, but we didn't. I apologize for that, but we tried to make it right because there was no way the 4.1 tractors were going to hook on that track.
Right. Well, either way, the Dreams Happen crew, the Walkers, wanted to leave. Like, they were itching. They wanted to make sure that they made it back out to the other pool. So they were itching to leave. So I'm sure that they appreciated that you didn't mess around too long.
Well, that was one reason we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Before there were some trucks wanted to leave. So, but after that, I mean, I think it turned out pretty well. Everything seemed to hook after that.
Yeah, I was out on the track.
Looped there for a little bit.
Yeah, I was out in the track on hooking for those last 3 classes on that side in the afternoon show, and the track was really nice.
Well, we chiseled it up Friday night, and we didn't even add any water to it. It was that wet. And I said, I don't want to get it too wet. And we uncovered it, and it's like, boy, it dried out more than we thought it would. We should have maybe covered it. I don't know. We might have messed up not covering it up, but.
Well, either way, with your issue was on the surface, it wasn't underneath.
Right.
So it turned out fine.
So, what's your perspective, Robert? Were you happy with the event? You tell me. You're the
Yeah,
president up there.
I'm pleased with the turnout we have. You know, I think we got some help because of the interstate poll being canceled. And Chris Hoyt really helped us out getting 10,000-pound open tractors there. And I mean, I appreciate everything he did. I mean, he threw some extra money into that class to help us, pay out a little bit more. And we had quite a few sponsors that kicked money in, 200 here, 300 here, 500 there, and allowed us to pay out everybody in the 10,000-pound open class. And we paid out everybody in the mod turbo class, I think it was. And the 3.0 truck class, or the 2.6 truck class, we played double purse in that. There we had 3 guys step up and, just doubled the purse between the 3 of them. And I think those guys were pretty happy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was happy with turnouts. I mean, the 3.0 truck class has been a problem class all year for us. I mean, trying to get trucks, but I think it's been a problem for most other places too. But I mean, I was happy with the turnout.
Yeah, that was a lighter class, and
He's back. Okay, you froze up there, Dwayne.
Everybody froze up. What I was going to say is the 3.0 class kind of got split up a little bit, and sometimes some guys show up, sometimes didn't. I guess you could say that we're to blame too a little bit with Matt's truck. We weren't out at all the pools. I think we did make it to all your Snyder County pools this year, but I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. The one to the west of you, the pool to the west of you, was averaging between 18 and 20 trucks in the 3.0 class for the 2 nights that they pulled. So there are 3.0 trucks around. It's just if they're showing up or not.
Right. And I think they drew trucks from the west too.
Yeah. That helps a lot to be out west and draw.
It is. I mean, there's a lot of pools, and there's pools the same night. And I know I've talked to guys out throughout the summer. I talked with some truck guys, and one guy told me, he goes, well, I have a truck or a pool that's a half an hour from my house, and you guys are 3 hours away. I said, I can't drive past my hometown pool to go to you guys, which I don't blame them. I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I thought it was a trying year. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of pools out there, and guys are picking and choosing where they go. And there was tractor. I know our hot stock class, there's tractors that been broke most of the year, maybe made it out once or twice, and they broke again, and they didn't come out. Now we got some new guys coming on that we're trying to encourage to keep coming. We've been, Dustin Adams come out with his Massey Ferguson and that stuff. And I mean, I think he could be somebody in the future that would come out. And I know there's some enhanced tractors that are still waiting to come out. They either haven't gotten the P pump figured out, or they're waiting on parts yet. Some guys are still waiting on parts yet. I know guys waiting on clutches, and I know there's another tractor they're waiting there. I think they're waiting on their pump. I think that's what they're waiting for. And it's just one of those things that it's like a broken record.
Mm-hmm. And I would say
that enhanced farm class, I noticed there's some tractors missing from previous years, and I guess that explains.
Yeah, both Mundrick tractors are waiting. They're waiting. Both of those are waiting on parts. So there's 2 tractors.
Yeah.
And Mark Reich's tractor, that's been out sparingly because that thing's been having issues all year. Dersham's trying to figure it out, but I think they're getting closer.
Excuse me.
And I think there could be a tractor or 2 in the works, coming out, but whether it materializes, I don't know.
Right. Gesundheit, Dwayne.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Gesundheit.
I've
that
been
thing
stuffy the
started.
last 2 days.
Yeah, well, my kids and wife and them are about half sick, and I've been trying to avoid them. I've been being a little bit grumpy, and so I can keep them at an arm's length.
How's that
um,
working out?
they're all mad at me. What I was going to say is that there's a couple of tractors that I know have ran in your hot stock in the past that I didn't see this weekend. I'm not sure where they were at.
Well, I think Jeff Faust's tractor's broke.
Okay.
Matt Siddall's tractor broke again. He had that out once or twice this year, but he's been having, I think, crank issues with it.
I gotcha.
And like I said, I mean, I know other years we've been getting some of the hot farms from East Coast to come up, but this year with their schedule, they were pretty hectic themselves. They didn't have time to get away or didn't want to risk breaking their tractors for their point series, which you can't blame them for that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a lot of hooks this year.
Right.
I did remember that Jeremy DeLuca used to pull with, or did pull with you guys. I don't know if he pulled with you guys.
Well, he told us last year that he was not going to chase the point series. He would come and pull with us at different events, but he wasn't going to be a player for the point series.
I gotcha. Yeah, because I think he brought a second tractor out this year that he had quite a bit of, I shouldn't say quite a bit, we're having issues with it. It was kicking out of gear and mid pull, and it really tore some stuff up.
Yeah, he actually debuted that at our pool.
Okay.
And he told me at West End Fair that he said he should have his second tractor going for our August pool. And he had it there. And it worked good that night. I mean, I don't know. Shouldn't say it worked good. I mean, he didn't win or anything, but I mean, it made a full pass.
Yeah, I was flagging at the buck the last time I'd seen him down there, and the first pull it kicked or broke a gear, and it slammed the front end of the ground that knocked the wheels off, and so they pulled it up to Zane's shop and got welders out and welded the wheel back on and ran it the second night, and it did the same thing. It either broke a trans or kicked out a gear in the middle of the pull. So I know they were having a little bit of problems with it.
It got a little chilly Saturday night, but during the day it was beautiful weather, nice and sunny, and of course a little rough on the track, but
yeah,
couldn't ask for better weather, really. And the crowd was freaking awesome Saturday night. I thought really good.
Had a good crowd.
Yeah, it grew throughout the day for sure. You couldn't beat the price. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, I had people call me and wanted to know what it was to get in, and then they wanted to know if they had to pay again for the second session. I said, nope. I said, you come at 1 o'clock, you can stay all day.
Yep, $10.
And
man, can't beat that.
Could have walked. Go ahead.
I was going to say the kids day stuff all went well. I'm sure all 11 bikes are now gone, or however many bikes it was.
Kids day. I mean, that was probably one of the best kids days we've ever had.
Good. Yep. Looked like there was a long line waiting to get through it.
Yeah, there was, every time I was down there, I mean, there was just people everywhere. And I don't even know what all they gave away. I have no idea.
I know he called off quite a long list of names and had them all go down to the T-shirt trailer to pick up their prizes. So my goodness.
A lot of T-shirts away.
Yeah.
Because
so
that was one reason we usually throw T-shirts out. We didn't at this pool, but Tammy said we put a kid's T-shirt on every bicycle and pedal tractor that was given away.
Nice.
You know, now they were Snyder County shirts. They were actually Puller shirts. You know, Pullers donated them and said, "Yep, put them on the bike."
Okay.
So if you want a bike, you want somebody's pulling shirt.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks to all the people that were working in that T-shirt trailer. They did. They put all their time in it to sit out back and take care of that during all the pulls, and that I managed to sneak in with a couple of hats and I appreciate their time for that.
Yeah, they love doing it. I mean, I know Tammy said she'd sooner be in there than up in the announcer stand writing checks out. She passes that on to my wife.
Yeah, and if you didn't get a chance to get there, we'll be getting videos are coming out, if not daily, every other day, but also Dirt Vortex TV. I got to see some of their work finally. It's pretty good stuff. You'll be able to go and I think is it dirtvortex.com or dirtvortextv.com? I think it is. Go check them out. It's a minimal fee, and my goodness, it's got plenty of videos there to see. But anyway, the whole show was live streamed, and you're still able to purchase that, and you can watch the
I
show.
have to wait for your videos come on, JR, so I can actually watch the pools because I didn't see them.
Well, I know you're too busy. Yeah.
Very few classes.
Yeah.
Their link is dirtvortex.tv.
.tv. Okay. Dirtvortex.tv. Check that out. Check that out for sure.
My highlight of the day was a cheesesteak fully loaded from Heimbach's.
Ooh.
Oh, it was so good. I didn't really think about it.
They were good.
I didn't think about food until, I don't know, it might have been 3:00 in the afternoon. All of a sudden I was just hungry. So I hit them up and got to talk with them a little bit. Apparently they live right around the corner.
Yeah, they don't live too far away.
Yeah. We're doing good, Clint. Thanks for joining us, buddy. And I made mention of, never mind. You know what. But anyway, Tom Travis, I'm not sure. I don't get to see Papa Smurf. I mean, I know Jason very well, and we talk from time to time, but I don't get to see him pool much during the season. So I can't answer that question.
If Club Kendra were on, she might be able to answer.
Club Kendra could answer any interstate question you got, I'm sure. But she's busy taking care of the damage from 40-pound pickles on top of her feet. So we were sort of the best to get well soon. I know that hurts. That's got to hurt, man. I've dropped 16-pound bowling ball on top of my big toe and foot, just goofing around, and the damn thing roll off the table and down on your foot when you don't expect it, boy. That'll send you through the roof. I can't imagine a 40-pound weight falling on your foot. So,
yeah,
that's got to be pretty painful.
And I'm sure she doesn't wear steel-toed boots.
Surely not. Surely not.
Oh my,
that's good. So I know it's you all still catching your breath and everything. So, but definitely November 16th, I'll definitely be up. Me and the wife and I are coming to your banquet, and looking forward to it. And I'm sure
we have to have a meeting to get all that finalized out. But everybody will be getting invitations. I mean, we had a sign-up sheet there. Some guys signed up. Some guys said, "Well, I don't know how many's coming." It's like, well, don't worry. We're gonna send a card out to get our numbers.
There you go.
Yep.
And that number order the prizes for the class winners or the points champions. Mm-hmm. So
that's right.
I don't know what it's going to look like, but that's what they had an idea what they wanted to go with. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, with that banquet thing, every year the banquet is on the first day of New York rifle season, and I'm in New York, so I've been missing it for the last couple of years. Yeah, Dennis, I walked out there and I got a card from Dennis and I got him to sign it. I have to have my signed cards every year.
Well, you're going to frame that.
How was that?
You're going to have to frame that.
I have the framed version of the one a couple of years before, somewhere around here, when he won points championship, but I think he came in second this year.
Yeah, he was the first loser this year.
First loser. Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. I set myself up on the pit side or the south side of the track to I wanted to see that oil pan, and he didn't show me the oil pan on Saturday evening, so little bit of disappointment, but he had a good pull.
Well,
You
that
got to be
depends.
down at the starting line for that. He gives you a real nice shot of that old Panda starting line with a GoPro.
That depends on who you ask. If you ask him, it wasn't a good run.
Well, it's the way it goes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it ain't, right?
That's right.
Part of pulling. Anyway. Gosh, what else can we talk about? I mean, it was a great day, and for $10 a person to get to see a show from 1 o'clock on, man.
Everybody that helped put it on, from the guys that come Friday nights all year long working on the track, putting the ropes up around the parking lot and putting the banners on the wall. I mean, I can't even begin to even remember everybody that come and help. I mean, there was 15, 20 guys there every night.
Yep.
And a lot of times I would go there early and chisel the track open and try to get that tore up, and guys would just start filtering in, and pretty soon all I was doing was just barking orders, and everybody was going and doing what they're supposed to do, and it got done.
Mm-hmm.
And then after we're done, we all had refreshments.
There you go. Big boy sodas.
That's right.
I missed out on that. I was already on the road home. No, just kidding. I wasn't there for any of the setup. The only thing that caught me by surprise, I was at the wrong end of the track for the fireworks. I walked down through, and at about that point, Matt come after me. It's like, my phone just died. Get some pictures. So I stood there for the whole fireworks show snapping away. Now I have a whole bunch of fireworks pictures on my phone.
Yeah, I mean, the guy from White Knight, he was down at the end of the track watching the pool, and he asked me when we wanted to do the fireworks, and he said, "You just tell me," and he says, "I'll relay the message to the guys," and he said, "We'll start setting them off." And boy, they did it like clockwork.
Yep.
That was a good show too. I mean, they were constant. They just kept doing no delays.
He said it's only going to be a 5 or 7 minute show, but he says you're not going to wait to see the next fireworks.
He was right.
Yeah, it was very good. It was a good show.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep, I agree with David Kaufman.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, David will be back next year. Also,
walking around with that shed shaker crew, all shed shakered up.
Yeah, I had a shed shaker shirt on too. That could be a tongue twister, and that's probably why he broke the gear in that on his first run of the day. So I guess I can't wear his T-shirt anymore.
Oh, you had it hidden pretty good because I didn't even notice it.
Yeah, I had it on. So.
Yeah, I didn't even see that either.
I had that other ugly shirt on.
He went back there and stuck supposedly. No, wait, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him. Put his last set of gears in, and it held for the evening.
Yeah. Yep.
Making too much power. Imagine that.
It's a red tractor, we expect.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Go ahead.
I said not sure what to expect. All I know is that he's done pretty well this year.
Yeah, he's had a very good last couple of years. He's done quite well.
Yeah, he's got it working pretty good. No doubt about that.
Yes, indeed. So, well, that's great. I mean, I wish we had some more people on here. They were supposed to come on here, but that's okay. Robert, we appreciate you coming on, man, and giving us your opinion of everything of the weekend.
We're going to be talking over winter, and we've had a lot of. The biggest thing I heard from everybody is, "Boy, I wish this was 2 days. I wish it was 2 days."
Right.
Oh,
and after doing it all in one day, I maybe was one of those people that was wishing it was 2 days. Because my butt was dragging till the end of the night. Because a couple guys said, "Are we going to do any cleanup tonight?" "You can do it without me because I'm going home." I went back down Sunday then, and about 10 o'clock, and it was almost 3:30 when I got back home.
Wow.
And I mean, we had to thanks to my buddy Lance Spiegelmeyer. I mean, till I got down there, he had all the garbage cleaned up, and we went and took the ropes down and took all the banners down, and Robert came down then and helped, and his wife and family, his boys actually helped. And
Nice.
then the guys came to start hauling equipment back home. I had to take some light towers home. And well, in fact, I went back down after it was done milking and loaded his light towers up. Somehow we had a miscommunication with hauling light towers back, but I took care of that Monday morning. So
Yep, I know what that's all about. Every Beast of the East were there again at like 8, 9 o'clock on Sunday morning after getting about 4 hours of sleep, and we start over and clean everything up and try to get out of there by mid-afternoon. Most people don't realize how much work goes into doing a single event.
well, I made the mistake. I went down to I was hungry after it was all over. They said, oh, they got ribs down there. The antique guys got ribs down there. Well, I had a couple of them earlier in the night. And it's like, well, I can't pass that up. So I went down there. That was a mistake.
Uh-oh, you didn't get left.
He didn't leave as
Gary
quickly as he
knows what
wanted
I'm
to.
talking about. I didn't leave till like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, I was asleep by then. I didn't go. Well, the
Yeah,
night
you were
before
smart.
we hung out with them, but yeah, I was so tired. By the time I got done, I just drove down there. I was froze. I was more cold than anything. So
Well, you should have
she
come up.
already had stuff cooked, so I went in and ate, and that was it. Lights out.
I should have went down there. I should have snuck down there. Last year I scored a pan of puddings from them guys.
Yeah, they probably had some in the freezer yet.
Oh, that was good.
I went down Sunday morning and they wanted me to come down and eat breakfast. That was tempting, but I said, no, you guys fooled me once. You're not going to fool me again. That I had
They're
work.
good guys.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
Yeah, they really
They have a
helped us out this year. I mean, they stepped up and, anything we wanted. I mean, just like with that barrier, we couldn't set it up with the skid loader, but they had a dozer there and they brought it up and got the thing set back in place for us. So
Yeah, that had
shout out.
that dozer thing had me chuckling a little bit. Didn't as soon as the signboard quit working, then everybody was yelling my name to fix the signboard. And just before we started again, after the barrier got tipped over, somebody's yelling, "Hey, the signboard ain't working. Go fix it." And I walked down there, and here they were fixing the cord because the dozer had ran over it and cut it in two pieces.
In half. They cut the cord in half.
They were down with electrical tape and clear plastic tubing and whatever, trying to splice it together. But they had it working the rest of the evening.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah, that almost turned out to be a fiasco. I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to make it work. And I walked down there and I was messing around with it. And here there's a toggle switch on the back of the board, and the toggle switch had gotten flipped. And so when I flipped it the opposite direction, the board started working. So I took the controller back up to the announcer's stand, and then they started using it, and they got one distance up, and then it didn't connect. And so after the afternoon session was done, I snuck up there when nobody was in there, and I got in over the sound equipment and pinched the receiver. I opened the window and pinched it, hung it out the window, and then the receiver did work the rest of the evening until the dozer cut the cord in half.
Oops.
But it worked. That's all that matters, because everybody looks at that signboard. That's one of the most important things there.
Yeah, I mean, the pullers like to see how fast they go, and the people like to see how far they went.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
I grabbed my book and turned towards it to see what write the distances down. So
You should have heard JR mumbling when he was looking for distances, and he couldn't hear it on the announcers or see it on the board. He was getting a little bit irate there for a minute.
no,
Calm him down. It's like, just cool your jets. We'll get them for you.
wow. Okay, you want to go there, huh?
Oh, that's all right.
I told him, I said, just go fix it, Dwayne. I said, well, you go do it. I said, just go do it, Dwayne.
We got her done.
Yeah, and that was awesome, man. I had a good time, Bob. I really appreciate it. You guys put on the good shows. All your shows up there this year that I was at. It's a very good time.
Well, we appreciate you coming up and
I'll be there.
video.
I'll be there.
At least I get to see the polls then.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we'll be editing like mad people here and getting her done. So we'll have them up. We'll have them going here soon. I will go back and fix that. I apologize. I didn't realize that Fred, I don't, Mike. I didn't. I thought he was disqualified, and I didn't think I didn't know that there was a change on that. So
Well, there was a discrepancy on, and I didn't really know the rule. I mean, 3-0's PPL rules, and I talked to Jason Heimbach, and Jason said he's probably legal. He said, so I went down and I checked out what they were complaining about, and I said it checked out okay, and I went back up, and my wife was furious because she had to redo the checks then.
I'll bet, yeah.
I said, and I don't know who was complaining about it or whatever the story was. I got there after everybody was up in arms, and I talked to the gentleman that had the truck, and he said, you can come down and check anything out you want. So I did. I went down and I checked it out. I mean, he already had it loaded. We went in the trailer and I checked it out, and I said, you're good to go. I said, you're getting first place money. And he was happy.
Yeah.
Guarantee he was happy, sure. Yeah, Craig, just sit tight, Craig. We'll get to it, buddy.
I think some of the reason it started is there was guys at the end of the track watching it, and when he came off the track, before we even knew that he was, or before we even realized that he was first place, somebody mentioned that it seemed like he was running an awful wide stance, and so the rules say that it has to be less than 102 inches to the outside of the tire, and that's measured from the widest part. And so at that point, it was like, well, if Robert was on it, I think Robert had gotten a phone call from somebody, and he didn't realize where the rule were listed at, and so that's where the communication broke down on what the rules actually were.
We looked up the PPL rules, and there was nothing in their rules about width of tires.
Yeah. So what you did is everybody went to section 13 where the tires are listed, when the width of the tires is actually listed in section 2 in the beginning of the rules, and it was confusing. So it was fine. He already had his duals taken off and was in the trailer. So you did the right thing by just leaving it the way it was. If you want to take care of something like that, I feel like you almost have to tech it ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? Like if something happens at the end and it's blatant.
Well, that wasn't even the issue that I was presented with.
You were issued on tire size.
Well, it gives the tires have to be no more higher than 35 inches.
Yeah.
And I went up and talked to Jason Heimbach about it. Jason said he's legal. He said what they do, he said they run low air pressure. And he said, as long as it's 35 inches, that's what it is. Yeah. So what do you do? I mean,
exactly.
Yep. It wasn't my job to follow through with it, obviously. But that's
what paid you the big bucks.
No, the thing I was just hearsay because I was at the end of the track. Obviously, we're part of that class, and the first two things that came across was that the tires were 14.5 wide on a dual setup when they should only be 12.5 wide maximum on a dual setup. But where that is in the rules, nobody knows. It's listed in 2.6, and it used to be listed in 3.0, but it wasn't there. And then the other thing is that because he had really wide rims on it, that offset his rear stance to wider than 102. So it would have been the overall measurement of the rear is what people were up in arms about. I don't think I heard any.
Nobody told me that issue. I was
I understand. That's why I'm saying you did the right thing. You did the right thing by letting it the way it was, because it's better just to let the storm blow over and let it be. Right. That can be for another day. Now, once it's clarified, now you know for the next time if something like that comes up.
Right.
It's not. Yeah.
our official truck tech guys weren't well. The one guy wasn't there. He came late, and the other guy, he was flagging, and Robert and I were running around there like chickens with their heads cut off, trying to get everybody teched. And I mean, that wasn't even something we even thought about, because everybody pulls everywhere.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
for my thing here, I have sympathy for all the pullers. Everybody makes a mistake or might be in or out or something, and it's not fun when organizations are real heavy-handed and just drop the hammer on every little thing that goes wrong. And for me, like, yeah, I didn't want the guy to come in here and clean house and have an issue. But still, on the second thought, he came 6 hours from Malone, New York, or wherever he comes from, to come to our pool, and we appreciate that he comes, and we're not trying to chase him off either by some organization saying, oh, well, we just disqualified you for this or that. He spent 6 hours and a lot of time to come and do this. So
and has pulled there before.
Yeah. And so it's one of them things. It's not the end of the world if for what it was. I think it was handled properly.
Because he pulled out at that other pool Friday night, and he was legal. Yep. Pulled against all those guys. It's just like a guy was telling me about an issue in the Wild Street class. I mean, he said something wasn't right. And I said, we're using Beast of the East rules. And I said, he's run with Beast of the East all year. So I looked at the guy and I told him, I said, you know what? I said, I've been tractor pulling for a long time. I said, if you think somebody's cheating and they're getting away with it, then you change yours to be just like theirs.
Yeah.
And if somebody comes and wants to throw you out, I said, that's when it hits the fan. Then you say, okay, now we're going to get a clarification on this.
I was approached with that issue via phone call or text message, and I
know about it.
I went on my phone to look at the rules, and I'm like, you know what? It's too late in the game. It's too late in the game. It's what's done is done. If that stuff needs to be, now for the next time. So when the next time comes around, then somebody can make the decision if that's kosher or not. And I feel like if there's an issue,
win.
Huh?
The truck in question win.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm still saying that it's better if you know that there's a problem to approach that driver in the off season and say, hey, there was a question about this issue. You have the chance to, we don't want the person to go the whole year and come in next year and then knock him off of out of the lineup when he comes to pool. That's not fair because you already knew. So it's one of them things where he's going to find out ahead of time that there's possibly an issue with the rules, and then he can choose to do what he wants to do with it. So I'm aware of the issue, and I know who it is, so we'll have some conversations or at least bring it up to see if what the deal was. I don't know. It could have been fine. It could not be fine. Who knows? But it was minor issue.
Right. That's what I said. And the truck in question didn't win. So it's all good in my book.
Yeah. But it's still, if it's a problem and it's pushing the gray areas of the rules, it should be figured out so that everybody's happy, because it's not good if you have dissension going on and you don't take care of it.
Right.
Hey, we're just small fries. NASCAR has all kinds of issues. So, I mean, I think we should feel pretty good.
No, it was good. I think everything got handled properly. You handle things and you do things in the heat of the moment, and then you walk away and you have to feel good about it. I mean, there's some things that you can always look back on and say, well, we can approach that different or do it different, but I still feel like there's no reason to, unless it's a blatant safety violation, to be super heavy-handed with pullers, because they help put our show on.
Correct. I mean, that's what we pushed all year. It's like, look, guys, we're going to, we want turbo blankets on everything, except for Wild Street, and for the most part, I mean, guys, we had a tractor show up there on Saturday, and he wanted to run exhibition, but he didn't have a turbo blanket on. And I told him, I said, look, I said, you got to have a turbo blanket on. I said, we're not going to bend the rules for you. I said, you can borrow one from somebody and put on, you can more than gladly hook.
Yeah.
He did. Dennis went out and took a turbo blanket off of his tractor and gave it to the guy, and he put it on and he pulled, and I think he had a good time. He found out his tractor stacked up with what he was running against.
Well, kudos to Dennis for being generous and helping fellow pullers out, because that's the pulling community that I know.
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely. Okay. I got a couple of pulls to announce here real quick, and then I'm pretty much going to call it an evening, I guess, guys. Keep you on here all night. But Craig Cooper, weekly, has given us another pool to discuss here. Coming up, let's see. Back up. I went too many boxes too far here. This Saturday at 5 p.m., the Fall Brawl at the Monroe County Fair in Woodsfield, Ohio. They're going to run 2 tracks, and track 1 classes are going to be the mod stock gas, 9500 466 hot farm tractors, cheater stock, gas trucks, work stock diesel trucks. I mean, that's a new class for you guys next year, Robert.
Love that.
Cheater stock.
We're going to steal that name, and we're going to call every class a cheater stock class.
Cheater stock, man.
Yeah, the heck with farm stock.
We're going to change the Wild Street diesel pickups to cheater stock diesel trucks.
There you go. I'm in favor of that. I'll vote for that.
There you go. Anyway, work stock diesel trucks, pro stock gas trucks, the 2.6 smoothbore diesel trucks, hot street semi, and 4.1 semis. Track 2 classes are the 6,500 street stock gas, 10,000 pound, 3,000 RPM, 12 mile per hour tractors, 7,700 classic super stock tractors, 9,500 open turbo tractors, 7,700 run what you brung class, and the 8,500 pound open street diesel trucks. Wow, that's a lot of classes across 2 tracks there. And let's see, I believe they said they're adding 2 additional classes, hooking for hope. Okay, powder puff class and a run what you brung Davy Strong class. So check it out for sure. That's this what I say, this Friday or this Saturday. I'm sorry, Craig. Hold on.
I think you said Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday, 5 p.m. Fall Brawl in Woodsfield, Ohio. Be sure to check it out. This Friday, we were to have a pool at the Mason-Dixon Fairgrounds, Delta, Pennsylvania. Like I said earlier in the broadcast, that has been canceled. It's just one of them things, so they can get their
go pool there.
What's that?
I said I actually had permission to go pool there.
Oh, did you? Yeah, they got canceled this evening. I got word from Nicole a little while ago before the show came on that they canceled. There was time,
quite a few guys up this way going to go down there.
That figures. There you go, Nicole. You had plenty of guys that were coming down there, but it just didn't work out this time around. So hopefully in the future we'll get something.
Yeah, hopefully they can get better organized and have a little bit more of a comfort or a cushion in what they're doing there, and make that work, because I think
it was a last minute quick thing. And
exactly what she's going through.
Yeah.
So
nobody wants to pay. Yeah, nobody wants to pay to have a pool, so it can be a little bit nerve-wracking if you don't know what your turnout and your sponsors are going to do.
Yep, for sure. Anyway, we'll move to Sunday, October 13th, 10 a.m. This is a biggie. We were out there last year. Mike and myself are headed back out there again this year. That is at the it's a classic and farm stock tractor pull. Again, this Sunday, 10 a.m. And also a antique and truck show. I'm sorry, antique tractor and truck show, and that's at the Glad Hill Tractor Company and 5509 Mount Zion Road in Frederick, Maryland. And it's a slew of classes. I'm going to be sharing the flyer here on social media, probably starting tonight or tomorrow. We'll be pushing that. Quite a few classes. It was a great pool last year, 2 tracks, and show just kept moving and moving and moving right along there. And there will be some exhibition classes of the light limited turbo tractors, hot farm, 466 tractors, super and pro stock tractors as well. We had a few turnout last year, and it was a pretty good deal there. So come check it out for sure. That's fun.
Cool.
I think I have another one coming up right in your backyard again, Robert. We'll be back up there for that one coming up here. I'm going to pull this flyer. It's an antique tractor pull there. The just got to find it here real quick. Yeah, the Money Bash. That's make sure I called it right. Anthony Arnold and the Club Bear, the Middle Creek Valley Antique Pullers. The very people that helped Robert out there with the grounds and everything are having their big pool here on so hard to see. Writing system, okay. October 26th of this year. Well, October 26th. Sign-ups at 9 a.m. Pool will start at 10 a.m. And there's a 9:30 a.m. cutoff for the 4250 and 4500 classes. This is a 500 Old Colony Road, Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania. And again, we'll start pushing this flyer as well in the next over the next couple of weeks before the pool. So check it out. It was a fantastic pool last year, and it's the single track pool, but they really keep it moving pretty fluent. So definitely want to come and support these guys. These guys just, I'm going to call it, they're the backbone of the place there where Robert puts their events on, and now it's their turn to come out and shine. So come support them. Sure. And we'll be going over to every show here. So again, we're going to start pushing these flyers as well. So again, Delta's canceled for this Friday, unfortunately. So I know, Nicole, you're going to get tired of me saying it. So okay. That's all I have, guys.
Yeah, we better quit soon. It looks like Robert's falling asleep in his recliner.
Yeah. Nope, 30 comes early.
Did you notice his big first place trophies he's got in the window behind his head there?
Oh yeah, them are from a long time ago. There's actually a whole the toy cabinet.
Oh, I gotcha. There's a whole stack of them. He used to be a first place driver for many years.
Yeah, I often tell the kids I wanted to get all my trophies out, and when we get back with the tractor from a pool before we unload it, I want to stack them on the trailer because I got probably well over 100 of them.
Wow. That's amazing.
I used to win back in the day. He doesn't win so much anymore. I don't know if it's driver error or if it's just tractor.
You got to almost be a millionaire to be
driver error.
I don't know. Yeah, I think you almost got to be a millionaire to be a tractor puller.
Well, we just think we're a millionaire.
Talking about money. Actually, not even talking about money, just talking about all the work that goes into building a tractor. That pro stock that Suit all built was sitting out for the kids thing, and I got to walk over there and pull the side shields back and really look at the engine and the work on that thing up close. And telling you, somebody did a dandy job putting that together.
Oh yeah,
that thing was nice,
amazing.
Yep, a lot of TIG welding, stainless steel TIG welding on there that looked pretty sharp. Yep.
Very good. All right. With that said, I guess we'll be back next Wednesday. We'll be talking quite a bit, I guess, about the Glad Hill tractor pull. Again, get out there this Sunday early. Go early. And they pull all day, so 2 tracks. And that's all I have. Robert, again, thank you. Hospitality is always second to none up there, and looking forward to November.
Yeah, we see you at the bash pool. I told him I'd come down and help him. So
yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely be there. That's another one I got to leave pretty early. It's 2.5 hours plus up there, and they're pretty prompt about starting on time. So I got to get my butt there and get set up. So we'll be there.
All right.
I'm crazy over here. Dwayne, you got anything, buddy? Anything else?
Yeah, this Saturday Buck Motorsports Park, or I think there's 3 classes of trucks and drag racing. I'll be there. We'll be running Matt's 3.0 truck.
Good. Didn't know that. Okay, there you go. There's another one. There's still plenty of pulling going on, folks. Just pick one.
Yep.
Pick one. Go have fun. Be safe and have fun. For sure.
Yes, sir.
Thanks everybody in chat. Thanks everybody for watching. And like I say, wish Kendra well. My goodness, I mean, I guarantee that's going to be sore a while. So, put that on anybody.
Yeah, hopefully she gets. Hopefully her foot heals up and she gets back to going again, because I know she had a lot of stuff planned coming up here shortly. Towards the end of the month, she was planning on doing some traveling.
Yep.
So hopefully,
yeah. By then she should. She's still young. She'll heal up pretty quick. So.
Yeah, she'll be all right.
I don't know how old you are, Robert. I know at my age, if I did that, I dropped 40 pounds on my foot, I'm going to be looking at one for a while.
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
a little more than you are. I know. I remember dropping 150-pound wheel weight in my foot when I was young.
That hurts just thinking about it. I mean, really hurts.
And he still limps. 150 pounds would make me limp for the rest of my life.
No, that was back when I was young and dumb and full of fun. Chris Hoyt and I used to talk about how we used to go to the pools and you took I remember I used to pull Old Red up in 18,000 and had that one year I had 96 hanging weights on it.
Holy shit.
My goodness. Oh my Lord.
It's
so
like
that. Wow.
And we tell our kids about this and they look at us like we're stupid.
Yeah. One and done now, right? Just one class and done. I remember the days watching boys sling weights. You bet.
Because Chris come up to me, I forget where we were at, and he said, "Don't you miss pulling the Farmall M's?" And I said, "No." But those were the days.
Yeah.
Pull the whole way through all the weight classes.
Oh, when I was a kid, between my uncle and my dad and I, we go to West End Fair. That one year, we took 23 tractors.
Oh, wow. You guys ain't farting around.
No.
That was like the whole neighborhood.
Oh, my God. There was 23 tractors, and I think there was 8 of them were Farmall M's.
Yeah, we went to the tractor pull and we got 1st through 8th place. We got all the places.
Fair used to get 50, 60 tractors and 5,500, and I think 30 of them are Farmall M's.
Wow.
And 28 of them were John Deere G's or A's. And the rest of them were Oliver 88s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to get into the good old days, I can tell you some stories.
We can have one of those shows. Wintertime's coming. I'm going to start digging up some guests. So we'd love to have you back, Robert.
Tyler Wollover told me on Saturday when he broke the axle, he said that axle's out of the case that Dave May used to pull.
Wow.
I'll be darned.
That it has some miles on it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until he told me that, but yeah, I mean,
yeah, to say that too, to say Dave May's name, Dave May, and Chase Diamond did an excellent job with the announcing on Saturday.
Absolutely. You bet.
One of the best things
I didn't bring it up. Yeah.
A guy came up to me and he goes, I want to thank you guys for something. I said, what's that? He said, you guys had a prayer, he said, before the pull. He said, I think that's great. He said, not many places have that. I said, well, and I didn't know it that the man with the fence was the one that gave the prayer before each session.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have went down and thanked them personally. But I said, you have to talk to the announcer. I said, Dave May asked me the first pull he was at if it was all right if he said any kind of a prayer or anything like that. And I said, you do what you want. I said, if somebody has a problem with that, I said, they are the ones that have the problem.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So,
this is
he said one of the best things he thought we did. So I was pretty happy with that. And that was all on Dave.
Yep. Lance Mysick is a good guy too.
Yes.
He was the man for it.
He said, I'll be back. He said, you guys have my classes. He said, I'm sorry. He said, I didn't put a show on for you.
That's all right. He's working through some stuff too.
Right. It's just, It's called tractor pulling.
Yep.
It's like
So-
cutting teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. You don't know till she goes, and you don't know until you try. So
That's right.
anyway, all right, guys. Appreciate
All right.
it. Thank you, everybody in chat. Thank you, everybody that watched. Like, subscribe, share, hit that thumbs up. Helps us out on YouTube and keeps us going, man. We gotta encourage Kendra to get back here with a good, healthy foot again. So anyway, okay. With that said, I guess we'll see y'all next Wednesday, 8:00. Sound like a winner there, Mr. Dewante?
Yep, I'm good for that.
All right, buddy. Robert, again, thank you. Love to have you back sometime for sure.
Not a problem.
All right.
Yep.
See ya.
Yeah.